My name is Chris, and welcome to the Camper Dan Files.
Coffee time.
Yes. Just heading down to the shower house. I'm gonna take a shower and then we'll make breakfast. We've been up since about 6:30. It's coming up on 9 a.m. now. Most people are still asleep and very quiet on their site. We're one of two people that's up and moving right now. You can see there's a Dodge Ram coming down behind us. Some of the rigs here at the state park currently. Yes, we're back at the pay station, paying for night number 2. There you go. So we just went ahead and set up the awning there. It is slightly cloudy. We may have a few sprinkles. I primarily wanted to get the awning set up so that way we have a shady spot to sit out of the sun. It is a bit windy right now. I want to say it's maybe a 10-mile-an-hour wind. And we have the awning pegged down. They actually stress that big time in the instructions, regardless how light the wind is, because wind can change at any moment. You definitely want to make sure this is pegged down, otherwise it'll fly up, fly into your vehicle and do some serious damage. And the legs themselves at the very bottom, there's like these little spikes. I want to say they're maybe like an inch or two long, and those dig into the ground to help to steady things even more there. But yeah, it's a nice little awning. We do have a LED strip under here. You guys will probably see me use that later on. Here's the power supply connection, and then it comes with a 12-volt outlet connector and a dimmer switch. And this particular LED light has two functions. It has a 6000K and then it has a 3000K or amber, and that's supposed to help you to minimize the amount of bugs that will be attracted to coming under here. So yeah, and the cool thing is too, I can still open my door, see, and it doesn't bother the awning at all. It's one of the things I really like. Doesn't bother it not one bit. Let's test the trunk. Same thing, not one bit. Yeah, it's really nice. And just in case you were wondering, here's the mounting brackets that I used. This is from Anderson Design and Fabrications. I found out about this particular mounting hardware through another YouTuber, and I'm glad I found that video, because I was busting my brain on how I was gonna mount this thing, but this works great. So my wife is just over here working on brunch, making us some French toast and some bacon. So our awning is currently getting tested here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is raining slightly. I'm gonna call this a sun shower. So you look here to this end, look down this way, you see the rain is actually coming towards us. We were expecting intermittent showers today, so again, not really surprised because it was in the forecast. But brunch is almost finished. So another thing, guys, when the rain starts pooling up on this thing, just tip one side down or both. It will allow the water to run off like you see here. Again, guys, just a passing sun shower. Sun's coming back out, so we're good. We'll let this awning dry off. We are going to be rolling out here probably in the next hour, so we'll let that guy dry off a bit. Mm.
Bon appetit. Did you get syrup?
Yeah.
Oh, you did get syrup, that's right.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Is it good?
Man, my wife sure knows how to hook up a French toast. Mm. Got this thing swimming in syrup.
French toast is literally my favorite breakfast item. Like, over pancakes, cinnamon buns. It's the French in me.
Check out our bacon. Perfectly cooked. Mm.
Oh, they did crisp up. You got the awning up in perfect timing.
Yeah. It's been tested. Passing all of his tests so far. But now you see why I wanted one. Because we're not always going to be camping like this where we have access to shelter.
Not the way we can. This awning right here is a luxury. The way we usually camp.
So, not bad for a first-time awning user. Again, just like any and everything that we do for the first time, there is a learning curve. But this thing packs away pretty easily. You could do it with one person, but when there's a wind blowing like there is right now, this steady 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, it's definitely a good idea to have some help, because the wind is just trying to take the tarp and it's going all over the place, and this thing is heavy. So when the wind hits it, it's gonna yank you all over the place. But that aside, I absolutely love this thing. Everything checks out. I tested the light off camera. It definitely works, and hopefully tonight it's not too windy and we get a chance to utilize it so you guys can see how this thing looks at nighttime. Almost forgot. I gotta put this guy here to show that our site has been paid for. There. Let's check out that water, guys. Looks like glass right now. So just out and about doing some exploring and listening to Super Bowl 6 here on the CB.
Give me some more, man. There's you in there we stuck up. I think there's you in there we stuck up. When I get them big boy hammers up in my radio, you gotta give me some more. Hey, Michael say I need somebody on the west side to give me some more. Wipe my business and go.
Yeah, that guy is, he's broadcasting from Georgia. And I can hear him all the way out here in northern Nevada. And even in Vegas. This guy has a big radio and a really big antenna. The other guys that he's talking to, he can't hear them though. They're too far out. I don't have a strong enough signal. But this guy, I can hear him. Properties down here. Huh. We just turned left onto this random road, guys. I don't think we've ever been back here. There's some some really cool and interesting structures here.
A machete, a smoke, and then there was
I almost lost my phone.
Oh, don't do that.
There's probably so many snakes up in that road right there.
What is this? Have we been back here?
No, we've never been this way. But that's someone's house over there.
Yeah, that's somebody's property. Decided to be a little bit adventurous. Just stopped and locked up our manual hubs here. And go up this trail here. My wife tried to talk some sense into me and told me not to venture up it, but you know I don't listen too good. Ah, not too bad. I just want to get up here to where this little rise is. Yeah, Camper Dan. Eat it, buddy. Yeah, this trail is not too bad. There's a few ruts. There's a lot of suspension flexing happening right now. All four wheels are staying planted, so not too bad. No dog walking yet. For the most part, ground clearance doesn't seem to be an issue. Even if I was still at stock height, I think I could come in here and do some things. This is a nice little trail. Just topping up on some premium. I think I'm at about half a tank. So we're just filling things up before we head back to camp. Look at these ominous clouds in front of us, guys. I was asking my wife to check the weather and I couldn't help but notice these physical gray clouds moving in here from the left. And yeah, it's definitely some rain over there. So my wife pointed this thing out. I have no idea what it is. Let's get closer to this guy. Oh, he knows that I'm looking. Hopefully he doesn't mind. Look at this thing. Almost wrote it off as a dust bunny. No, it's an insect that has antennas. Wow. If anyone watching knows what this thing is, let me know in the comments. All right, buddy, go away now. Stop freaking out my wife. Just waiting for these guys to pull out. It's a nice little Jeep, being flat-toed. The bridge to nowhere, guys. Just riding across the reservoir here. And get on my side of the road. I'll stop on the way back. There's a few people down there fishing.
Can you go on the other side?
Yeah, I can go this way. So we're gonna go down to the reservoir and see, because there's so many people fishing here right now. Last time they restocked this reservoir was back in June of this year. And there was one weekend where you were allowed to fish absolutely free for one day. drive all the way over if we keep going this way. We've been down on this side before. That's where the picnic spot is. That's where I'm interested in going. I think we've been there once too. That's a trail going somewhere. We'll have to explore that one day.
I would stay on the trail. Are those ducks?
Yeah. I can keep going down this way.
It looks like we can.
I kind of wanted to go where those ducks were. What I don't want to do is run the risk of getting somewhere where it's potentially too soft.
Which is why we should stay on the path, but I think you can walk
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, here's the other recreational site. This one doesn't get used very often. Most people don't want to drive this far.
Oh, it goes right to the edge.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is a cool.
So it is approximately 5:40 p.m. and we're just kicking back here at camp. We're currently just waiting for this fire to die down here, just enough for us to cook up a couple of hot dogs. Ain't that nice? The wind just seems to have ceased. Check out these clouds here. My neighbors over here pulled out already. They pulled out while we were gone and exploring. So we finally have the appropriate cooking coals here. Again, no flame, just heat. Even raked a few out of the fire there, just to calm things down a bit. And we have some Nathan Franks on here. And get those cooked up. Just trying to keep it simple. This is actually supposed to be our lunch for today, but because we skipped breakfast and we just made brunch, this is gonna be dinner. And in lieu of what's going on above us, I think it'll work great. Over in this direction, we're hearing thunder right now. I hope you guys can hear that. But yeah, it's off in this direction. And we are getting sprinkled, so the storm could be on us at any moment. Say hi.
Hi.
Here she is. We're gonna go ahead and start turning these guys. Here's my hot dogs. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and enjoy devouring these guys by the fire. Really good. really peaceful and enjoyable to sit here and eat something that was made over the fire and to eat around the fire. That's how I meditate. Look who's decided to stop in and say hello finally. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? Yum. Check it out in the distance there, guys. It's a slight rainbow. And it's raining. There's my wife. Well, check out the sunset though. Yeah, that sunset is gonna be gorgy. And there goes the sun. Well, it was a nice sight. We almost missed it because of the elevation that we were in at the campground and the fact that the clouds keep getting in the way. My, how the weather can change. It is raining, guys. We're a few miles away from camp. Just pulled over on an off-roading trail here. Been watching the sunset. We did manage to get a little glimpse of it. I'm glad that we left our campsite to capture it, because we definitely wouldn't have seen it from there. But the storm is currently, the storm is heading directly over our campsite. So we're gonna take our time and roll back in there. I already told the wife we'll probably be sitting in the truck for a little bit. Hey guys, so we're just taking our time to get back to the road off the trail here. Sun setting to the right there. Well, it's already set. You're just seeing the reflection now at this point. It's our first time on this trail, so we're just going slow, making sure we're actually following the trail, because it's easy to lose trail up here in northern Nevada because it's not always used. Could be months since someone was in here last, but this has had a little bit of activity. Ground clearance check. We went right over that rut, no problem. See, and then the trail kind of disappears, but I was looking for my tracks and spotted them, so. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna be following the rain in the camp at this point, because it's definitely over it. We're on the outside looking in. Yeah guys, it literally went from day to night instantly. Whoa. That's the weather system that's ahead of us that just went over camp. The roadway in front of us, it's wet. It's not raining here right now, but it just was a few minutes ago. So the storm is moving through the area at a rapid pace. My wife is concerned on whether or not if we still have a tent to sleep in. Because I mean, the thunder and lightning just been rolling and it's still going, guys. I feel like a storm chaser today. Right time, right conditions, right location. Wow. It's looking like Twister out here.
My gosh.
Look how wide that storm is, guys. You see it? And it's just dumping. I told my wife too, as I seen it heading, I was like, I bet you it goes over camp. And I was like, that's rain. Like real rain. Where we were at, we were on the outskirts, so we didn't get it as bad. In fact, we drove into the rain. And now so far ahead of us, it's not even a factor because we're on the backside of the storm. Woo! Telling you guys, it was literally daylight just a few moments ago. Granted, the sun had already set, but yeah, the storm just came through, and that was like the punctuation for the day. It was like, all right, your Sunday's over. Have some rain. So we've just re-entered camp. That light that you guys see on the horizon, that's just my camera. But there's a storm. It went directly over camp. So it's tracking that way. Yeah. That's a pretty decent storm. I said a lot of lightning and thunder. And did leave some water behind. So it looked like we might have gotten the worst of it over here. So now we're on our way to find out how well our campsite handled itself in this storm. As you guys can see, we did get hit. The wreck hit. I don't see any rushing torrents of water, so I feel good about that. The only thing that I'm now thinking about is the fact that we have a culvert down beneath our tent. So we need to be mindful of that too. If we hear any rushing water in the middle of the night, we know what's up. Yeah. Hey, but our tent's still standing. Take that, thunderstorm.
You'll need your strength.
I made it special for you.
You in there? You're out. Don't want anyone else to get hurt, do you, eh?
Woke up to some dew this morning. I can't even remember the last time I've seen dew. Little bits of dew on the rig. I think that's cool. Yeah, just a little bit. My wife is currently working on getting everything packed up. Me and the wife just sitting here having some coffee.
Cheers.
Yeah, just having some coffee and discussing our plan of attack for departure. We figured it'd be smarter and more effective to work independently. In all fairness, she's already broken down the tent, so I'm going to get the tent packed away. That's my chore. Get it loaded on top of the rig, What else has to go up there? Oh, our shower house that we ended up not needing to use. We only brought that with us just in case the state parks were overran with people, or if we couldn't get a site.
The wood.
We also got firewood, but that's not going back on the top because I bucked it up, so now it's too small to fit in my roof basket.
Yeah, next thing you know, they'd be full.
I wouldn't want to be killing anybody on the highway. That's not funny.
They'd be like, bloop, one
Yep.
after another.
So those pieces of wood I'm gonna stuff in the back of the rig. And yeah, we bought a lot of unnecessary stuff. Like we got 12 gallons of water we didn't need. Again,
Tons of food.
we bought that all just in case we got skunked.
We brought too much food, as usual. We always bring too much food.
Yeah, that we did. I have big eyeballs, guys.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and I'm like, we didn't even get through 3 meals in one day.
Yeah, we really didn't.
We had brunch.
We've been busy exploring and getting into activities. We weren't really concerned with eating. We ate enough, haven't we?
Yes.
Wow, guys, look at how green it is. I know I'm in the desert and I'm talking about something being green, but this is really green, guys. We've had a good year for rain so far. Oh. I just found a nickel. So since it did rain while we were camped here, now that we're packing up the tent, the bottom of the bathtub here is wet. So what I've done is just flip the tent upside down, and I'm just gonna let the sunlight hit it and hopefully don't have the wind blow it away. There's a slight breeze picking up there. I'm just trying to get this guy dry. In the meantime, while that's drying, we're gonna go ahead and start getting some of the other items packed up and stowed. So after hearing the screams of my wife, I came to investigate this fella. She thought it was a spider. There's some kind of an insect. Yeah, majestic looking creature. All right, guys, so we got the rig all securely packed. We didn't finalize everything on the rooftop basket just yet. We're gonna have to readjust it after we get rid of our trash. Pack in, pack out, people. But yeah, I'm just putting away my knife, doing my final checks, making sure we didn't leave anything. I got all my lights, all my cookware, all my camping gear in general. I'm gonna go next door here and check out the amphitheater.
Oh, the first one I've seen this whole trip.
Hi, Lizzie. The sun's out. You came back out to play, huh? Ooh, this is nice. So here's a seating area right here. And some information on the place. And here's the amphitheater. Wow. This doesn't look like it's been used in quite some time. We've attended an amphitheater once. It was actually the very first time we camped together as a family, too. So here's the trail. Well, a portion of it anyway. And it meanders up that hillside there and in between those two trees.
I liked that site. like any wildlife really.
Yeah, guys, there's nobody here. All of these sites were filled 2 days ago, and now there's no one. Oh, somebody left the fire making material behind. They left some charcoal, some lighter fluid, and even some pieces of wood. That's nice. These two campers have been here the whole time, but most people left already. I'm just gonna stop here and get a bunch of these payment envelopes. We usually keep a stack of them in the R50 and even in my car. And stash just recently ran out, so got some more here. Put in the rig. Camper just went by there. We're now on our way to the shower house, so we can take a shower and then get out of here. It's 10:35 a.m. Checkout is at 11 a.m. So we did good. Off to the shower house we go. Another camper pulling out there. It's a nice one. Checking and verifying our load here. Everything's secure and fastened up there. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the road. We're all nice and showered now and homeward bound. So we're just off the highway here. We're gonna make a stop at the Peranagan Wildlife Refuge here. It's a really nice place. We've been here quite a few times, but I feel like every time we come here, we have a new experience. It's a nice place to stop and eat and just take in the views. So that's what we're gonna do. So in addition to the awning, guys, we still want to put our guy lines on. Have our guy lines here. These seem okay, but they're galvanized, so I'm pretty sure that they'll bend the second you try to use them. And then more importantly, the power supply for the light strip that resides on the underside of this awning. All right, guys, so our connection has been made to this switch. So there's the light on. There's the amber feature. There's both amber and 6000K. Just the white LED. And there's also a dim feature. And you've seen that I just redacted pretty much all of it. And then here's us getting bright again. So there's bright. And then there's not so bright. Again, there's a slight breeze. So we have the guy lines set. So I'm now gonna go ahead and enjoy this sandwich. Some cheddar cheese and sour cream ruffles. And a nice cold can of Bang. Like I said, it's one of the many places we like to come and stop and just poke around and see what's what. So here's the site back up this way. There's Camper Dan with the awning deployed. We have it at a slight downward pitch. That's helping to keep us in the shade. We literally have a lakefront view, guys. Check that out. Now, aren't you glad you stuck around until the end? As mentioned previously, guys, I've been wanting to do a giveaway for the longest time, and now that we finally have 1,000 subscribers, we are finally able to do so. The official 1,000 subscriber giveaway participation rules is to be announced in a future video. Once again, my name is Chris, and thanks for stopping by the Camper Dan Files. And until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder, on or off the pavement. If you've enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe.